Oh, we got a full party. Oh, we got surprised. Oh my god. No. Guys, the mage. Oh my god. Is my party gonna die? Oh my gosh. They killed the mage. Bro, I don't even have revive items in the game. The rogue is OP. Getting his butt kicked by his own game. Sheesh. We gotta... Okay, I gotta kill the rogue, man. The rogue's gonna kill the party. 69 damage. Nice. Bro, stop healing everyone. Yes, okay, we killed the rogue. Okay, we're good. Ooh. Ooh, rogue is taking hits. Okay, finally the cleric is gonna be useful. I'm getting to heal the rogue. And I gotta take out, I reckon I gotta take out the mage next. Why would you miss? Why would you miss? What's the evasion rate? Is this too long? Is this too long for a battle? I could give it to the rogue as well, because the rogue does like status type. And we only got 12 XP for that whole thing. That was... And the mage is dead. The mage didn't even get the XP. Hey, it's me, Phil from Alec Games. And we're here to make a... We're using RPGMaker MV. For those of you that are new here, I am making an RPG from start to finish. I'm trying to make it relatively simple so that I can actually finish it. And also because it's an opportunity for you, if you would like, to learn how to use the RPGMaker MV engine. So it's a tutorial stream of sorts, but sometimes I forget that I'm teaching people and just kind of do my thing. But yeah, if that interests you, stay tuned. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, if you liked what I'm doing here, please like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, please. I have other reasons for you to stay and to watch. If you rack up your channel points, also, I have just reduced the channel point costs for everything. I slashed everything in half. 50% off all channel point rewards, except for the shack. I did reduce it down to 10k. I'm outside playing pool. I'm so sorry. Pool with the cues, or you're swimming in a pool. It doesn't sound like you're sorry. It sounds like you're kind of bragging a little bit. Oh, hey, sorry, I can't watch your stream because I have a life. I have IRL friends that I get to hang out with. So, whatever, Coco, I'm happy for you. I appreciate you dropping in anyway. Just drop. Am I going to get the shack? Huh? Are you going to get the shack? So close. Wait, do you nearly have 10k points? Trailer, you can't do it. I mean, you can get the shack and then you can just donate it to Poker. 8.3k. How'd you get that back so quick already? I thought you lost all your points. Or has it just been that long since you spent them? Crazy how time passes. But yeah, guys, if you're wondering, the last couple of streams we've been building a fishing minigame. And I said last stream that I feel like I'm done with the fishing minigame for now. I already know that I need to go back to it because I actually want there to be proper combat. I want the fish to fight back. Not the earth fish. The earth fish is going to be like Magic Carp, where it doesn't attack you at all. But I do want to make the other fish fight back. Because I just don't think it's that much fun otherwise, you know? And, you know, it's more combat practice. And also, it will force me to create fishing skills and things that... but the thing is if you die from fighting the fish, the fish just gets away. You don't actually... you don't actually die. You won't get a game over screen. But I guess I want that so that when you do fight the super boss, it's not just a surprise when suddenly there's combat. Like you'll have learned how to use your skills to, you know, fight appropriately. I guess. I don't know. It just makes sense to me. So we will return to the fishing mini game, but I've also got myself very excited thinking about and realizing that we are getting started on combat. Uh, it's not super exciting yet because we're going to have to be building up some of the database. We're going to need to build in some skills. We're going to need to create some enemies. We're going to have to give those enemies skills. But the way that we're going to approach this so that I don't get burnt out from just creating endless numbers of enemies and endless numbers of skills is we're taking it a piece at a time. So we're going to just focus on the Earth Temple. That's probably all that we'll get through today. We might not even get through it today. But we're going to be focusing on the Earth Temple. Yeah, so that means it's going to be the enemies from level 1 to 3, 4 enemy types. Each of those enemies will have 2 skills each, I'm pretty sure. Let's have a look. Let's stop looking at my stupid face and look at a design document. Oh, and before we get into that, actually, I'm going to show you one of my earlier projects, attempts at a project. But let's have a squiz. Okay, Earth Temple. Okay, 4 enemy types for each area. Yep. So there's going to be 4 enemies level 1 to 3 each. So that will be 12. So we're going to make up 12 enemies. Really, we're only making 4 enemies, and then we're just copying those enemies and increasing their stats across the different levels. So we're doing that. We're giving them 2 skills each. So I'm going to have to make up 8 skills. So not super crazy. It's not super difficult. I suppose. No, I'm not gonna. We're gonna. I was gonna say maybe I'll make the mini bosses and the main bosses for the Earth Temple as well, but no, we're gonna stick to just enemies, just the basic enemies, because we're gonna go through and put them in every single temple, and then we're gonna play through the game and see how it feels. So we're even gonna, we'll be able to test out and play this first area, see how long it takes us to level up. Make sure the enemies aren't too difficult, yada, yada, yada. As we do that too, we will create the equipment that covers levels 1 through 3. So you'll get the level 1 weapon, the level 3 weapons. Or is the level 3 weapons only after you beat the... do they unlock? Anyway, we gotta look at that. Will it be that more equipment unlocks as you beat each temple? Or will it be that yes. Anyway, I'm thinking in my head. I need to be thinking out loud. So yeah, we'll look at that. But before we get into that, this is so I've talked before about my Cow Knight series, and with the way I had made the Cow Knight games, I had made the first Cow Knight. I don't even think it was RPGMaker MV that I made it on. I think I made it on an older RPG Maker. Isn't there some sort of pickle enemy? Yes, there is. There's Pickle Pierre, who's our slime enemy. But well, it might be different. Oh, that's what we need to do as well. Actually, I need to get all the different enemy sprites from the different assets and drop them into our file so we have more enemy sprites to choose from. Uh, Battlers is actually what I think is the lingo. So if you're ever like using like RPG Maker forum or anything and you're trying to look up, like free assets or even paid ones or something, if you use the word battler, BATTLERS, that will probably provide you more hits. for what you're looking for. So, you know, if you wanted like a shark enemy, you wouldn't say shark enemy sprite RPG Maker. You would say shark enemy battler while you're searching like the RPG Maker forums. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that's what's helped me find stuff before, and that's the lingo that I've seen used in the forum. So, but yeah, I made some other Cow Knight games, and then this was my attempt at the third game. I don't even think I actually made the second game. I don't even finish the second game, but I was like, I had started the second game. Sorry if this is really loud. Is this loud? So, Cow Knight, Utter Chaos. You can see I'm very heavily into the... I was really into the cow puns here. Moo game instead of new game. Contin moo. Obviously couldn't come up with something for options. Welcome to Cow Knight. See, this is my tutorial thing. Would you like to know how to play? No, I know how to play. Let's get started then. And so this is Mufasa. He's the main character. He's a Cow Knight. This is the tutorial area. Look at all these interactables. Optimus instead of optimize. Down a shield. This hot chocolate. It's no longer hot. Does that make it chocolate? I don't want to tell you what year I made this, because you will probably assume that I was a lot younger when I made it. Like much, much younger. Yeah, this is a shower thought here. This one. Oh, we found 2 gold. Cloth was found. Will you rest? Who said that? Wait, who said will you rest? No one? Don't look under the bed. Okay. You. Oh, what a beautiful mind I have. There is a book about milk. I love this book. It's my favorite. There is a book about soy milk. Why do I even have this book? Soy milk is disgusting. Soy milk haters, where are you in the chat? Look, I have this equipment. You can see how, yeah, so this is like my little tan area. Did I really make this? Is this not a prefab map? Look how I thought I was being so good with decorating everything with flowers. Like, there's no thought in this placement whatsoever. It's just like, fill the screen with, yeah, with stuff. Any milk that comes from a bean is the worst. Potion was found. Look at this, we're finding things. Oh! Oh, that was found, yes. I clearly... Okay. What I did there? Nothing. It's storming outside. Oh, look, there's a secret 50 gold. Grand Moo's home. We've got the store with epic music. Welcome to Mootown Emporium. My name is Nadia Business. How may I help you today? I actually based this character off of a friend of mine, because I said, hey, do you want to be in the game? He's like, sure, why not? So I put her into the game. You can go into a battle with her and she will kill you. She's a super boss. So if I say, I can't remember, if I say just looking, oh, I'm just looking, that'll be 30 gold. And it over 30 gold. What a ripoff. Man, the hilarity of it. Grandma was moved into a home. Yeah. Well, well, well. It's pretty dark down there. This is my humor, guys. This is the mayor's house. I just wanna... It's locked. I'm sure the mayor has the key somewhere. Even though I opened the door. I mean, the decorating of this place isn't too bad. Alright, let's talk to the mayor. Hello, Mufasa. So good to see you. Hello, mayor. Good to see you too. Hey, can I ask you a favor? I think someone is spying on me. Are you able to check the bush outside my window? So you're paranoid? You're being paranoid, mayor. I won't help you. How rude. You could just say no. Good point. Sorry. Also, I should be doing voice acting. Hello, Mufasa. So good to see you. I don't think that's the right voice for her. Hello, Mayor. Good to see you too. Hey, can I ask you a favor? I think someone is spying on me. Are you able to check the bush outside my window? Sure. Don't you worry, Mayor. I'll get to the bottom of this. Thanks, Mufasa. I really appreciate it. He's British. Got that vibe. So... Oh, it's locked. So we need to go... So I obviously had this thing planned where you would go into Grandma's home. I don't even remember what was going to be in here. But then there's... If you look, one of these brick walls is a bit strange. This seems to be a brick out of place. Press it. OCD kicking in. Must fix. Press the brick back in place. A secret passage opens. And now we're here. We can look at the bush. Rustle, rustle. I'm just a bush. Okay, try again. Rustle, rustle. I said, I'm just a bush. Rustle, rustle, rustle. I'm a bush. Really a bush. Bush, emerge. Leave the poor bush alone. My stats are too high. Literally, there's no damage in them. We killed the bush. Oh. Oh. Jeez, man. Why you gotta be so rough? Wait, I need to figure out its voice. He's got Shaggy vibes, you know? Jeez, man. Why you gotta be so rough? Why were you spying on the mayor? Well, if you must know, I think she is the most gorgeous woman on the planet. So, you're not a spy. You're just a pervert. I don't know where I was going with the storyline, man. It's not like that, I swear. Well, no, it is like that. Anyway, I'm not a spy. In fact, when I'm not admiring the mayor, I'm fighting for justice. You're a pretty strong fighter. We should team up. I don't want to join forces with a creepy perv like you. Perv forcefully joined the party. What? I never said he could join my party. This is gonna be great. So my name is Russell, not Perv. The wordplay, man, I was really into it. What did I do to deserve this? Let's go see the mayor and tell her you're not a spy. But I can already see her through the window. No, you perv! Oh, come with me. Did you find out who is spying on me? Yes, but he's not a spy. I'm just an admirer. Such a pleasure to finally meet you in person. Your skin looks so soft. What is this? Not a spy, admirer, looking at me through the window from a bush. You're a pervert? Shh. Ah, I guess your skin isn't as soft as it looks. Ugh. I normally don't resort to such physical harm. Anyway, thank you, Mufasa, for solving that problem for me. Please accept this as thanks. 5 potions. Glad I could help, Mayor, though now I'm stuck with this guy. Aw, don't be like that. Mufasa? Yes, Mayor. If you head out into Bovine Forest, there is a dangerous orc that lives there. Be careful. Thanks for the heads up, Mayor. No problem. If you manage to defeat him, let me know and I'll give you a reward. What kind of reward? Don't make me hit you again. And then look, we can find her room key. Mayor's room key was found. You probably shouldn't be taking this. And then you can find it before you find Russell, and you can explore the room yourself. But if you go in with Russell, there's a cutscene. Is this? This dialogue, I know, right? The mayor's room? This is very excited. Is this the mayor's diary? Don't you dare! Bottles of grape juice? The mayor does enjoy a glass of grape juice before bed. Yeah, but this is kind of it. Like, you can go into the forest and there is combat, but it's not balanced at all. It's all basic. It's very basic. Russell! Yes? My room key is missing. Did you take it and go into my room? Yes. Yes, I have. It definitely looks better from the inside. I can't believe you broke into my room. I can believe it. And then she takes the key back. Anyway. I just wanted to show that because I thought the dialogue I wrote was so stupid. Oh, so silly. And there was just no direction. I was making it up as I go. So yeah, don't make games like that unless it's going to be a really short game. If you're making, you know, a sprawling RPG epic, you need to plan things out. All right, well, that's enough of me reminiscing about the good old days. Let's actually get into some combat. So I guess the first thing I want to do is create our, should I, because we got our fish all the way down here. So we got Pickle Pierre. Did I put everyone's stats in? So let's have a look. I am definitely going to have to adjust this stuff later. So we got our Earth Knight. Where's our Earth? Oh, actually no. I'm getting ahead of myself. We need to grab all our assets. So I've got my MZ assets here. And let's have a look at some of these side view enemies. Yeah, there's some really cool ones. So it's gonna like, these are gonna look much more high definition than what's currently than the MZ assets. But I think they're still worth, I still want to put them in. So we'll take these guys. And remember, we want the SV enemies. Not that it makes, oh yeah, it does make a difference. And then we're gonna, oh, are they gonna have the same names? Do they have the same names? They do. So which ones are the same? Oh. Let's go back to MZ assets. We should, what if I view list, view details, and what did he say? F5? Is it F5? Oh, what did that do? It just refreshes. Was it F4? No. F6? Which one? Was it F2? F2. F2 is how you can quickly... We're just going to slap MZ at the start of all of these. This is exciting, guys. I hope you're excited. Also, where'd my... Hello? You enjoyed the dialogue. I'm glad you did, trailer. I appreciate that. Yeah, sorry guys. This is the boring part of game dev. I'm showing you all of it. The good parts and the not so good parts. It was fun writing the pervy characters dialogue. It was funny. I was definitely leaning into like a more anime kind of characterization. People watch Microsoft Excel competitions. This is fine. True. Anything can be entertaining. Let's put on some background music. Where's a good Okay, why not? There we go. Yeah, now we're in the dungeons of renaming things. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, that's it. Oh no. Look at it. Do I want some of these SF ones? I might. So the SF that they have in the file name there is for sci-fi, so that you can easily find sci-fi beauty whatsits, sci-fi assets. See, it's good that I didn't think about this stuff, because if I had realized that this is what I would have to do to get my combat going, I would have not wanted to do it. Natacat, hello. Warning, by the way, I'll be having this in the background for a bit while I'm at work. Awesome. Thanks. Natacat, you've been on the stream before, right? I'm sorry that I don't remember. How have you been anyway? How's the guy who made the school game way back? On like your third stream or something? Yes. You know, when I was going through like updating my video titles and redoing the thumbnails, I was like, gosh, I want to play your game again. I still haven't done it, but it's definitely I want to beat it. It was a lot of fun. And I think I was editing a video where I was using footage from that stream. And yeah, it made me watching it made me want to play it again. Cool. That's it. We did it. So now what I realized is that in a simple RPG, I added all these other sprites. It's good to hear. Let me know when you do. I'll be getting back to it. All right. Well, enjoy work. Enjoy work. Hopefully my dulcet tones will keep you motivated. What the hell is Ketos? What is that? Oh. Oh, is this gonna be... This should be the sea creature. Bro. Yes. Okay, we're definitely changing that. Okay, so I'm pretty sure By deleting all these are all the ones that I just dropped in. Right? Pretty sure. Hopefully I'm not deleting anything crucial. Okay, let's go back to MZ assets. Let's get all those side view actors and drop them into... See, what's annoying is that I'm gonna have to go back. Well, if I want to do a web version, if I want to be able to upload a web version of this onto what's-a-majigger, onto itch, I'm gonna need to reduce how many files in the game, which means I'm gonna have to delete everything that I'm not using for the game. Now, does VX Ace have... Yeah, see, okay. That's probably where they get battlers from, is that... Are any of these worth using? Do they look too... Oh, these are pretty good. They're a bit more... They don't 100% mesh together, you know? Like, it's a slightly different art style. I mean, this would kind of work for deity. Yeah, that's alright. Well, okay. So we'll need to rename these as well. This is actually a really good track. I really like this track. Oh, why does it keep pushing it to the back? Goodbye, squirrel man. We got it. Now let's drop it in our game. 256 enemies. 256 enemies to choose from. Alright. That's that. Where's my stats? Okay. Okay. Great. Let's try this again. So we've got the knight. The earth knight. Or a knight-like enemy. It's got 100 HP, 10 MP, 15 attack, 15 defense, 10 magic attack. 10, yeah, okay. So I did do these stats right. And what did I say? They take 200% fire damage, half water damage, and nothing from earth attacks. Okay. And what do we want XP to be? So like, because he's level 1. Okay, so 3 XP. Because I think to get to the first level, yeah, it takes... To level up to level 2, you need 90 XP. And yeah, so that's how many times? 3 times what is 90? 30? No. Yeah, 3 times 30 is 90. So you'd have to kill 30 enemies to level up once. I think that's, you know, and considering you'll be fighting like two to 4 at a time, right? I think that's pretty good. And then gold wise, should gold just be the same as XP? Let's just do that for now. We'll make gold the same as XP. And yeah, let's choose, what do we want the Earth Knight to look like? Use an earthy looking... Oh, that's kind of earth looking, just because she's green. Could be the warrior. She's too big though. Yeah, see, these guys look... Oh, they're so small. I mean, that could be the deity as well. Or that. I mean, like a goblin, right? Although the MZ goblin, everybody uses that, right? If they've got MZ, they're using a goblin. So we want to pick something more interesting. Hello. Ooh, very cool. Ooh, a Hydra. That's fun. Oh, there's a Kraken too. We could make it the Kraken. This is cooler though. Lich. The Knight could be a... Like, it's not actually a knight, right? The Earth Knight. Monster Whale is the better one. Yeah, I think so. The Kraken's been done to death. Goblins are very earthy. Yeah, they are. But so are army monkeys. And army gorillas. Look, the naming convention is throwing it off, right? Like, knight is just like the archetype. Like, it doesn't have to look like a knight, right? Like a warrior, but it's just in your head. It's got to be like, what's an earthy all rounder, you know? Um, mm, See, like a wolf maybe could be a knight type character. Although wolf would probably work better for like the rogue. I think the wolf would work better for the rogue. Oh, there's a different wolf. Yeah. Zombie dog. Cool. I mean, this is obviously going to be a water temple enemy, right? Clearly. I mean, the stone knight. That could just be the earth knight right there. The sylph. So this could be the mage or the cleric. This would probably be a good cleric enemy. Oh, a tree ant. That could be the cleric. Big beefy boy. Um, or an orc. Or this plant. See, there's a bit of a disconnect between the different art styles. Ooh, a spider, maybe? It's kind of earthy. A bat. Behemoth. Chimera. Cool looking dragon. Oh, there's an earth spirit. That could be the mage. Just have to make your own. I could. Well, then we'd be here all day. Gazer. Gazer. I mean, it is the starting area, you know. You typically expect there to be goblins, right? Ooh, look at that. That's a much cooler looking ogre than the other one. Little orc. I mean, this guy could be it. Mmm. Do an orc instead of a goblin. Or a rat. We could do rats. Water spirit. Yeah, let's do that orc. Let's do the orc. We'll just keep this naming convention for now, just to help me keep track of things. If you made your own, you would have to change to the Twitch art channel. Exactly, right? And nobody wants to do that. Okay, so we got our Earth Knight. Pickle Pierre is going to be our Earth Mage. So I said, no, I wanted the Sylph to be the cleric. What about the Earth Spirit? Who's that? Earth Spirit? Ooh. We make that. Although we can't. Why is it called Pickle Pierre when it's when it's a lady? Actually, that's kind of funny. Maybe we'll change that. But the rogue, who did I say for the rogue? So what the hell is this? Did I make up? I made up some moves. Didn't I? Okay. So what do we want for the rogue? Who did I say? The wolf. I said the wolf, right? Who's the wolf? Wolf. Okay, so it's the earth rogue. And the cleric. So the angel kind of works, but the sylph will be better. Sylph. Was it MZ? MZ sylph? Sylph. Yes. Making them all green. Yeah, that's cool. All right. Okay. So we have our 4 level 1 enemies. Okay. So we're going to make it. Did I do the regions here? Right. Cool. So we got the regions. Oh, I need to. So are they all going to be worth 3 XP? 3 gold? No variation? For now, I guess. It's kind of boring. Variation is the spice of life. Yeah, so if you walk on any of these tiles, you will... Oh, we need to make troops. We need to make troops. So, troops. Also, I'm going to change the... Golden XP placeholder. Yeah. Hey, we can balance that later, right? So... What am I doing? What am I doing? Troops. Oh no, I was changing. I'm gonna change the one from the deep to, what was it called? What was it called? Something? Hydra? Ketos. That's the one. Oh, look at that. What makes him look more otherworldly, huh? Make him green? He's not as big. He's not going to take up the whole screen anymore. But that's alright. He a tiny boy. He tiny. I could make it bigger. I feel like it's not as... It was definitely more intimidating for the super boss to be full screen. I mean, we can change that. I can just open the file and increase the canvas size. You know what? Let's just do it right now. Why talk about it? Why talk about it when we can just do it? Just do it, guys. Just do it. What am I opening? Simple RPG. Image. SV enemies. What's he called? Where is he? MZ Kitos. There he is. And we're just gonna. Why is he flying though? He needs to be like in the water. Oh, maybe he's like jumping out of the water. I don't know. Let's do document, resize canvas, and then we're just gonna hit. What do you reckon? Times 2? Times 2.5? Oops. Not canvas. We want document. Resize document. Times 2.5. Resize. So look, you don't even know that anything happened, but when we do this, oh wait, I gotta save it. When we do this, oh, look at him, you big boy now. I need to. It's too big. Just do it reminds me of Scary Movie where the lead accidentally convinces guy to jump off of the roof. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? I remember. Okay, so, oops. It was too big. Resize document. Maybe just times 2? Try that. Do I need to get rid of that shadow? I need to get rid of that shadow. I need to... Document, resize canvas. From there, unlock. Is this... Which one's the height? Is this the height? Minus 200? Whoa. Okay. Resize canvas. Minus 100. Resize canvas. This. Minus 100. Hey, that's better. Okay, let's try that. There we go. Wait, why is he taking damage? Oh, because we have gear. Wait. What? What is that? Oh, because they don't have the class equipped. Right. Right. Okay, so we did that. All right. Sidetracked. We're making troops. We're gonna go Earth Temple. Okay, and then troop number 1 is gonna be outside the Earth Temple. That's what it's called. Well, actually, so what's that? OTET, outside the Earth Temple. 1. 0, 1. Outside the Earth Temple 0, 1. Okay. And there'll just be a rogue by itself. Let's change the background. Ah, so this is what's going to be annoying is I can't specify the battle back. Okay. We do a battle test. I'm pretty sure all this equipment does 0 damage, right? Oh no. Cool. So we got that, and then we do 2, 3, 4. We'll remove. We'll add Pickle Pierre. We'll remove. We'll add the Earth Knight. So you can fight them all by themselves. Minette KM. Hello, welcome. Nice to see you. Or read you. Thanks for coming along. Have you been to a I don't think you've been to a stream before. Welcome, welcome. What brings you to the stream? Okay, so we're gonna have one of each. Man, I could make an endless number of troop types, right? Yes, this is my first time. Well, welcome. A pleasure to have you here. If you don't know what we're doing, I'm making an RPG from start to finish, and it's kind of a tutorial. And right now we're working on finally implementing some combat. So we're just working on, we've just built our first set of enemies, and we're now creating some troops with them. Are you familiar with RPG Maker? Are you an RPG Maker user yourself? Yeah, so we got all them. See, but this is the area just outside the Earth Temple, right? So the combat's not going to be particularly engaging yet. We don't want that to be until you actually get into the temple that you really start to see. So maybe those 4 that I've just created, where you just verse one of them each on their own, is enough. So then in here so 30 encounter steps. Is there a tooltip for this? Average number of steps between random encounters. So we probably want to make that higher, right? Also, I'm going to disable dashing on the world map so that you can't actually speed around. So it gives more weight to traveling the world map, even though it's just a silly little, circle map. I hear if you follow, you can be in the game. I was going to let them talk a bit first, Trail, but yes, if you're interested in having your own NPC in the game, there's a pinned comment, and there's a Google form. If you follow the stream, and you fill out that Google form, you can have your own character in the game. Because this game I will finish this game and I will upload it to itch. Thank you for the follow. Thank you very much. Yeah, and if you fill out that Google form, it will just tell me the kind of NPC that you want to have in the game, and we'll work you in. MV, yes, been working on my first game for about 5 years now. Wow, that's crazy dedication. Also, you've commented enough, so I hope that my bot won't, my bot won't ban you. But feel free, if you have like an itch page or any kind of link that can direct people to the game that you're working on, feel free to drop it in the chat. Yeah, I'm always happy to have my viewers share their own work, because why not, He likes games about squirrels. Yeah, if your game has a squirrel in it, I want to hear about it. Yeah, so at the moment, what's annoying is that I can only specify the battle back. So this is what will appear when you engage on any battle in the map, which obviously doesn't make sense, right? If you're gonna encounter enemies in the water, then you would want an appropriate water thing to come up. I'm just realizing too, because they don't have a proper water. Oh, they have a ship. They have a ship. Oh, okay. I guess we could do the battles that way with that kind of battle back. Anyway, yeah, I can't specify the battle back for the different regions. I'm sure there's ways to do it, and we'll probably try to figure that out. But for now, again, we're just doing these initial battles. So we'll make it grassland and forest, because that's where you will fight, is in the forest here. So we'll add our troops. So we've got one and specified by region ID, which is 1. Oh, you can set multiple. So I could make it that this enemy troop appears on 1, 2, and 3, or I could make it that it only appears on 1 and 3. I could do 1 and 3 like this. Yeah, Munette, tell me about your game. Even if you don't have a link, tell me about your game, please. I would love to hear about it, and I would like to steal all your ideas. Yeah, so we're gonna, but we don't want to do that. We're being very specific to where these enemies appear. Okay. Oh my god. I hit cancel. Ah, alright. Don't hit cancel, guys. Now I could make it too that one enemy type is more likely to appear than another. And that's what the weight would be for, right? Would help determine that. Oops. What's oops? What'd you do? Oh, me, right. I was like, trailer, what have you done? Me, I'm the oops. I did the oopsie. Okay, oh my. You know why I clicked cancel? Because normally that's where apply is. There's apply, cancel, and okay. Normally, right? Like, look here. Apply, cancel, okay. It was muscle memory. So that's bad design on MV's part. What haven't I done? He's part of FBI's Most Wanted. Cool. So now we have... They moved the button on you. They did. They did. It's very rude. So we have some... Let's start a new game. Start a new game. I need to change this tutorial. Blah, 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 blah. Gotta make sure I get rid of all my playtesting chests. What I should do is create a playtest switch and assign that switch to all of these and make a spot where I can input a code that activates the debug mode. And then, because I don't know if you know this about old games that had cheat codes, they weren't cheat codes. They were debug modes. They were debug codes that developers put in their games so that they could play test their games. And then when they shipped the game, they were like, they still left those codes in, and they were like, someone was like, oh yeah, I guess we just leave that in, and now we can print in magazines these cheat codes, and it's an extra way for people to enjoy the game. So, you know, I feel like more people should... Cheat codes should still be around, you know? We got rid of them from games, and I think it's a shame. They won't let us behind the curtain anymore. Like, imagine if Silk Song had, you know, an unlimited health cheat code that you manually put into the gamepad. Like, do that. Okay, anyway, what am I doing? We're going to talk to the king. Talk to the king. You're telling me that big head mode is a debug tool? Yes, 100%. Made headshots easier. Playtest switch sounds like a great idea. I usually end up manually checking every map and deleting them one by one. Yeah, and that's how I would have done it too, but then I was just thinking out loud, like, it's probably... So this, yeah, so Munette? Monet? Munekin? How do I pronounce your username? Monet. I want to say Monet. It sounds fancier that way. This is... So Trailer Jury, who's in the chat as well, this is his NPC at the moment. Right now he just says hello little one, but he actually has an entire sub-quest. Because if you subscribe, your NPC can have a sub-quest. So we've got our party. Sorry about that, guys. Let me fix my camera. There's just like too many things connected to my computer, and it does the thing. It just causes this error. Okay, we're back. So we're gonna go back to the king. My cursor. And talk to the king. He gives us money. We're going to use that money to buy our starter equipment. I should actually make it that you have starting equipment. We'll buy that. We'll buy some armor. Yeah, you'll have some starting equipment, but it won't be as good as the equipment that you can buy. But it's so that everyone will have something equipped already, because why would they not have their own equipment already? Why have they come here looking for treasure and not bring their own equipment? But maybe the king will look at it and be like, bro, that stuff's shabby. Here's some money. Go get yourself the good stuff. You can call me Moon. Want to guess where it's from? I got nothing. Moon. Oh, I don't know. Please enlighten me. You'll be publishing this game on any platform. So yeah, I'm gonna publish it to itch. Because it's free. And so the idea is that I'm making this game purely within RPGMaker MV. I have, you know, borrowed assets from other RPG makers that I own, but still it's like without well, I'm probably going to add plugins right at the end to improve some things and just show people how to use plugins. But for now, I'm building everything within the game within the base engine, just to show what's possible and to keep the scope smaller for myself as well. So once I've made the game this way using only the RTP and everything, I'm going to publish it to itch. and get some feedback from it, hopefully from people playing it. You know, getting feedback on the story, on the combat, that kind of stuff. And then we're going to take all that feedback and remake the game. Not completely from scratch, but we'll change all the assets. I'm going to make it like an 8-bit type looking game. I've already bought, from the Black Friday sales, I bought an asset pack that I think is going to work well. And that I can hopefully, if I need to create extra assets for, I should be able to copy the style relatively closely. And then I'm gonna, when I've redone it, I'm gonna put it on Steam, because I feel like an RTP game, it's not really worth putting on Steam because people are just gonna bounce off it. Keep the scope small. You added a fishing mini game. I know. Relatively small. Okay, so we're equipped. Let's save. Alright, let's test some combat. We're gonna absolutely destroy... Also, these enemies don't even have skills yet. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, why are we doing no damage? Well, actually, no. Health is pretty low. Plus, we have skills. Skills are where it's at. There we go. No damage. Oh, I missed. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Oh. Whoa, why did that battle happen so quick? Barely took a step. Okay, I'm definitely increasing the encounter steps. But yeah, we're gonna publish it to Steam. When we publish it to Steam, it'll be a completely remade game. It'll be something that I will feel proud to put on Steam. Not that I'm not proud of this, but like, it's all RTP, very basic. Whoa! Whoa! Six-month subscript? What the heck? Mune, thank you so much. All right, I guess I have to keep the stream going for 6 months then. Yeah, thank you. Well, your NPC is definitely gonna get a your NPC is definitely gonna get a sub quest, that's for sure. So don't you worry about that. Transitioning, would love to see the game come to fruition. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, wow. That's crazy. Hey. So I'm not really thinking about these fights, right? Which you shouldn't have to, right? It's the start of the game. But I've got to do this. If I wanted to grind to get my level up before starting the Earth Temple, I'd have to do these single battles 30 times. He's already a true fan. Yeah, seriously. And like I said, Mune, please, any information about your game, like flood the chat with it, please. I don't like. I've also shout outs to my lurkers. I do have some viewers, and I also put these VODs on YouTube, and they get, you know, sometimes, you know, a few hundred views. So it's an opportunity for more people to see stuff about you and your game if you'd like to advertise it. Wait, why is it grass? It's supposed to be trees. I thought I changed it to trees. So. All right, well so we've saved that for now. Look, we got 9 gold, guys. It's gonna take ages to save gold. Okay. Let's fix that. So that needs to be forest. Oh, because I hit cancel. That's why. Okay, so that's forest. Oh, also, Mune, if you wanted to know a little bit more about the game, so while it is a very, a basic and simple RPG, one of the things I wanted to do to make my game particularly unique, so it's kind of like Final Fantasy, right? You've got your 4 class types, and you gather your party and you go out into the world. But uh, as you engage with each of the 3 temples, at each temple at the end you actually have to give up one of your party members. And so as you go throughout the game, your party actually gets smaller and smaller. And so that means as well that you actually miss out on certain types of dialogue. You have to adjust for, if you happen to get rid of your healer first, well, now you don't have a healer for the rest of the game. So what does that mean? Now you're buying lots of items, or yeah. Anyway, that's the one thing that kind of makes this game a bit more unique and a bit more interesting. And story wise too, it's you won't, if you get rid of a character at the start, you're not going to learn more about their story because they're not with you through the game. And so ways for replayability. Also, thanks for dropping your your itch.io link. Did I? Oh, you commented. Is this how you came to view me? Because you commented on my Reddit post, right? Right. I'm pretty sure I have you on my. Where is it? Yeah, there you are. Thank you, Chaser. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be playing your game in February. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, the little bit that I looked at your game, by the way, it looks friggin' sick. Looks way cool. Is our character stats? Hoping to finish it by 2026. By the end of 2026? Yeah. Peeps, go check Mune's game out. If you like RPG Maker games, if you like cool games, what am I doing? Right, so we want to add some skills. We need skills. So what did I say? There's going to be 2 skills for each. So I have these ones. I'm going to delete them. So I'm going to get rid of them from. Get rid of those. Holy ground blast. Get rid of that. Okay. All right. So first, level 1 Earth Knight. That sounds so cool. Kind of reminds me of Fire Emblem a little bit with the permanent party member loss. Yeah, that's why I've never played any of the Fire Emblem games, because that scared me. I'm even playing Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, because I played on emulators because I never had a Game Boy growing up. And yeah, I would save scum like crazy playing those games. Which probably took a bit of the fun out of it, but who cares? You know, you play the way you want, right? You know, especially for single player games. But yeah, um, but yeah, I used to. There was certain areas in Final Fantasy Tactics Advance where if your character died, or fell in combat, they would die permanently. So I was always really scared of that because I was like, I don't, why, I can't lose. I can't lose my dudes. But okay, so Earth Knight skill. So I'm just kind of making these skills up on the fly, right? Let's Earth Knight. Let's do placeholder names, right? Because remember, with your channel points, which you'll be earning much faster now, by the way, Moonay, because you're subscribed. With Earth channel points, you can change the name of enemy skills, player skills. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. I think I've done it for enemy skills and player skills. Maybe I've only done it for enemy skills. I don't know. I need to look at that. But yeah, you can redeem your points to permanently change stuff. So Earth Knight attack 1, and then we'll do. Actually, no. Let's Earth Knight attack 1. Let's do that. It's a fight for the shack. Yeah, yeah. Where's Poker? Where's Poker? Earth Knight attack 1. Get rid of that. So this is, yes, this comes under enemy skills. This will attack 1 enemy. It'll cost 3 MP because they've got MP as well, right? And they'll recover it if they run out of MP. So with and the knight has 10 MP. So with an MP cost of 3, they can cast it 3 times before they have to regenerate their MP. And if they do use their charge skill, they'll regenerate half their MP, which would be 5 MP, which would give them 6 MP, which would mean they could use this attack 2 more times before they had to recharge again. And then when they do recharge, they can only use the skill once before having to recharge. Anyway. Or actually, no, they'd be stuck. They would never recharge their MP because they only recharge their MP if their MP hits 0. So I need to change that. Sorry if everything I said didn't make sense to you, but it makes sense to me. So see how this charge thing here, they do it if MP is 0, but obviously if their MP is like 1 MP and they can't use any attacks to reduce their MP to 0, then they'll never trigger this. So I need to change that to like 20%, but I also will change the rating because the way I had it was that if their MP hits 0, they will drop everything else and only do this move to recover their MP. But instead I should make it, why is this a 4? Instead I should make it a 6. Yeah, so they'll prioritize it, but there's still a chance that they'll use other moves instead. Okay, noted. Yeah. Yeah, I've tried to come up with ways, one, to make channel points interesting, but also to give you, the viewers, more input on shaping this game. So see here, this enemy is called Pickle Pierre, because one of my followers, Coco, who's also a fantastic MZ RPGMaker MZ dev. Yeah, he named it. after one of his game characters. So, you know, if you have, yeah, you could change one of the skill names or one of the enemy names to Denku, Denku Chaser, or even Mune, or you could even change it to the URL for your game. That would be terrible, but you could do it. I haven't really put any restrictions on that, so, but I probably will when it does if it ever does happen. Right. So let's give that to everyone. Give that to everyone. Everyone's got that. I'm gonna delete these. Yeah, delete those. Okay. What are we doing? Skills. We're making skills. So we're doing generic names for now. Just so, yeah, they're placeholder. So Earth Knight Attack 1. I need to make sure my descriptions are good so that I know what the attack is doing, because no one's ever going to see these descriptions because they're enemy skills. So no one will ever read these. So it's purely for me, for dev purposes. But otherwise, normally, you know, when you select skills in the game, the description that you put here will appear at the top of the screen, if you did not know that. Okay. So Earth Knight Attack 1 just causes reasonable damage to one enemy. We're going to do HP damage. It's going to be Earth damage. Oh, this was the thing that I was wondering about. Do I make it a physical attack? It's just a physical attack. Yeah, we'll just make it a physical attack. We'll not think about it too hard. Physical attack. So these hit types, I think I've gone over them before, but because it's been a while, we're coming back to combat. The hit types affect or engage with different stats. So a certain hit, what does it say? A certain hit it means, you know, that aside from the success rate of it happening, it will always hit its target. There will be nothing that will deter it from hitting its target. If I think of a Pokemon move, what's the Pokemon move? But yeah, if you know about Pokemon moves that will always hit, that are not, is Swift one, or is Swift one that always attacks first? I think Swift is one that always hits no matter what. It doesn't matter what the other Pokemon's stats are. Those stats will not affect the attack's ability to hit. That's what the certain hit does. Physical attack means that the evasion rate will be factored into whether the attack hits or not. So, you know, if the rogue character has, you know, a 50% evasion rate, then a physical attack is less likely to hit because it will take that into account. And then for a magical attack, the magical evasion stat is also taken into account. So we want physical attack because it is a physical attack that's happening. So we want the party's evasion rate to be taken into consideration. So they have a chance of dodging the attack. Because it otherwise has a 100% success rate. Now, big slash. What's big slashes? Yeah. So let's take that So we're taking this formula. Yeah. Yeah. Can it do a critical hit? Why not? Could be very deadly. Causes reasonable damage to one enemy. Does that much damage. Now, what's the animation that plays? What if we make it Earth related? Where's the one that throws a boulder? Is it Earth 1 2, I think? Let me save for a second. Earth 1 2. Let's go to the animations. Pretty sure Earth 1 2 is the boulder throw. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Kaboom. Earth 1 2. Now, what am I doing? Skills. Okay, so it's like a boulder toss. It makes sense that it's physical damage, even though it's an earth attack happening. And let's just change that to users. So these three down here, like changes this. So you can write whatever you want here in this message. It will appear very briefly at the top of the screen. I think with plugins, you can kind of slow that information down, but for now in the base engine, it goes through it very quickly. There are some ways to slow that information down. You should be like every company now and just steal from Nintendo. Yeah, right? Pal World 3. Simple RPG version. It would be fun to make a monster catching game, actually. But also not. You know, all the balancing, coming up with all the moves. But like doing all the creature drawings and stuff. When I was a kid, you know, because Pokemon was such a big thing, I came up with this thing called letter pets. Letter pets, and you would like, they would be caught in like envelopes. But they would all start with like an egg, and like I drew designs on the egg. And there was clearly one type of monster that I thought was, that I favored and thought was cooler than the others because I made their design like way more interesting than the other ones. Dragon Wheel was his name. He was a dragon that didn't have legs. He had a big giant wheel. Anatomically and motor vehically, it didn't make sense, but he was cool. And then, you know, I did the evolutions for them as well. That was fun. That was fun. I see ads on Instagram and YouTube that blatantly steal Pokemon Heart. Yeah. Dragon Wheel. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of like Wagon Wheel, but dragon. But yeah, so clicking one of these, so I can type whatever I want here, right? So I could say, so it'll say username, so it will have, you know, the enemy's name, right? So Pickle Pierre. I could write throws a boulder, right? But if you're too lazy to do that, then you can just do these. And this %1 here will put this information in here. %1 refers to this information. So users Earth Knight attack 1. And yeah, so that's useful to do, you know, and so you can say does this, cast this. You know, you could do decided to use Earth Knight attack 1. You know, there's a bunch of ways to add more personality to it. But just keep in mind that unless you affect it with plugins, a lot of the time the player won't even read that information just because it goes by so fast. They might not even realize that it's saying that. Whereas if you played like the Final Fantasy games, you know, when you're versing enemies and particularly bosses, when they're doing their big moves, you know, the top of the screen will say like, you know, they're charging up, or you know, they're calling down a meteor, whatever it is. Okay, so we've got attack 1. We've got attack 1, and then we'll give the knight a second attack, Earth Knight attack 2. Maybe we'll make it so that it hurts all of the party, or what can we do? random enemies. So maybe it attacks 3 random enemies. So with these ones, right? So we'll go through these. The scope, right? None, obviously, it doesn't affect anyone. 1 enemy, obviously, it just picks 1 target. All enemies, again, it will attack the whole party. 1 random enemy, it will pick an enemy at random, which actually is basically the same as 1 enemy in the case of, oh, maybe it's not. 1 random enemy, it may, 1 enemy and who the monster decides to target would be based off of this target rate here. So the lower the target rate, the more likely they are to be targeted by an attack. So the rogue is stealthy, so he's targeted less. The knight's more in your face, and so is the cleric. And the mage is a normal amount. And so this 1 enemy ability would be determined by that. But if you choose 1 random enemy, I think it would ignore the target rate and it would just pick one of your party members at random to attack. So keep that in mind, you know, if you don't want, that if you don't want the target rate to affect who they attack, then you would pick these. 2 random enemies, it doesn't actually mean that it will attack 2 enemies randomly. It means that it will do 2 random attacks. So it might actually attack the same party member twice, but it would be random that it did that, right? It didn't pick, and you know, so on for 3 enemies and 4 random enemies. So 4 random enemies, even if you've got your full party, it could still attack just 1 party member 4 times. So maybe we'll do 3 random enemies. This is for a level 1 character, by the way. 3 random enemies, and it's still a physical attack, but maybe this one is with the earth element. And maybe we'll do times 5. And yeah, so damage types, yeah, you can do HP damage, MP damage, recover MP, HP recover, MP recover, HP drain, MP drain. Just so you know, if you do use like HP drain and stuff, you can't say do 100 damage but only drain 50 back as health. It will do whatever damage you do, you will equally receive as HP. Again, plugins can probably change that. But yeah. Causes reasonable damage to... Causes modest damage to... attacks 3 times randomly with modest damage. Okay. And now if we go to our enemies and go to our knight, we're gonna give Earth Knight attack 1. We're gonna keep that at 5. Earth Knight attack 2. Keep also at 5. Move that down. Oh, and attack, we're gonna make 4. So it's gonna prioritize using its skills, right? It's gonna exhaust its skills first before it just does normal attacks. But it can also do normal attacks pretty often with the way these ratings are set up. Yeah, so but I want to change. So I'm going to make the MP cost for this other attack higher. Maybe I'll keep it at 3. So I could do it 3 times. Yeah, we'll keep it at 3. We'll keep it the same. Okay. And now let's do, okay, so that's Earth Knight, Earth Rogue. Rogue attack 1. So rogues are high damage output enemies, but they have lower health and lower defense, right? So they hit hard, but so they're like glass cannons. They hit hard, but you can, as you know, if you focus on them, yeah. All right, I was in a call, but I'm listening again. No worries. Thank you for listening. But yeah, so they're high damage. They can also inflict status ailments. So so we're definitely, do we really want you to be poisoned right at the start of the game? I hate dealing with poison, man. Especially when it's literally just, you just have to carry enough antidotes. And then if you don't, then you're stuck with the poison. I mean, I could make it that that poison's not permanent, right? That it definitely wears off. Where's my states? Poison. Yeah, so the way this poison is set up right now, if you do not cure it, you will stay poisoned. But I could make it to be more fair that that it only lasts 10 turns is still pretty punishing. So 9-11, 9-11, I should say, turns. Yeah, between that. And you're losing 10% health every time. Should we reduce that as well? Make that less. 911. Sorry, my internet is lagging like hell. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What kind of stream is this? Not an American one, that's for sure. Never forget. So we'll reduce the poison. You know what? 5%. Let's get dirty, okay? Why do we need even numbers, huh? I mean, 5% is an odd number, but you know how 5%, 5 feels like a, not like an even number, but you know what I mean? Like it feels like a steady number. Like if I had OCD, I'd be okay with the number 5, you know? Because it's halfway. 7% though, that's an ugly number. Although it's the number 7 is also nice, but let's not get into numerology. So yeah, so it's not gonna, because you know, at 10% in 10 turns, which is how long it lasts for, you will die. You will die. 6.7%. Yeah, he's coming in clutch. I didn't go there, Coco. I could have, but I didn't. But you did. And you should be ashamed of yourself. We ban mods, can we ban Coco? Mods? Do I have any mods? Oh, that's right, I don't. You survive another day. Are you done playing pool, Coco? Are you actually in the stream now? On it. Thanks, trailer. I could make you a mod. I don't know if you want that responsibility. Plus, I don't want to do that to your personality, you know? You're such a good person. I don't want to tell you about. You're here now. Okay. Welcome. For how long? What time you got to go to bed? I'm here enough. You are a trailer. May as well put you to good use. You've been useless so far. Okay, so okay, so if it's 7%, it's not going to kill you, but it's going to take you close to death, right? My mods do nothing, so trailer won't have to do anything. And I'm a bouncer. Oh, yeah. You do have the aura. I'm on the way home waiting for bus. Do you have a car, Coco? I've been telling people about the NPC stuff. Oh, really? Nice. What do they say? Are they just like, oh, trailers going on again about this TJ fella? I don't drive, sadly. So you don't or you can't? Do you have a license? Okay, so we've changed our poison a little bit. The rogue is going to inflict poison. But yeah, the poison that we have isn't so punishing. Oh, I'll make it as well that after a certain number of steps, it will remove itself as well. So that way, so you can heal it. You should heal it so that it doesn't deplete your health, but it will go away, right? Like it's not going to stay with you. If anyone in the chat is like, well, actually, but that's not how poison works. I don't know how. Actually, you don't at all. I mean, I wouldn't want to drive in Sydney, wherever you live either. Doxed. Okay. So we're gonna make this attack. Attacks and poisons one enemy. Public transport is good anyway. Yeah, true. Shouldn't it be venom? Shut up, trailer. Actually, I mean, we could call it venom. No, venom sounds more poisonous than poison. But I'd like to drive someday. Yeah. Plus, the stereotypes around, call it decay. Well, look, I would love to call it decay, Coco, but you need to redeem your channel points, okay? If you want to change the name to decay, you know the rules. Oh my god. Bruh. Oh, did I change the attack? No, I didn't. So this one, we'll just make it the Earth 1 attack. Okay. Attacks and poisons one enemy. So much sass today. All right. So we'll just do the poison animation. Again, we're gonna go through all of this later when we do the polishing phase and actually make custom animations to give it more oomph. But we'll just do that for now. Is it a physical attack? Yeah, physical attack. It's so again, this is higher damage, right? And then this can also inflict poison, but will it always inflict poison? I reckon we give it an 80% chance. Again, I can do whatever I want. Oh, also I need to say Earth Rogue skill. Oh, I don't need to say level 1. No, I don't need to say that because there's only, yeah, I don't need to say that anymore. It's just Earth, no, enemy skill. Name a skill. You don't have, oh, I don't have a name of state. True. Decay. Okay. States. Decay. Wow. Or sorry, do I need to be more accurate? Decay. I need to be a dick A. I'm so funny. All right. So we got the rogue attack. 80% chance of decay. Can crit. Does 15 damage. Maybe we increase the MP cost Does the rogue have higher MP? No, only 10 MP as well. So maybe because this one does a lot of damage and inflicts a status, we'll bump this up to 4 so it can only use it twice before it has to recharge its MP. Cool. And then what's the other attack? Earth Rogue attack 2. Will it inflict another status ailment? Having 2 status ailment attacks and it's like the first introductory enemy that you fight. I feel like that's a bit much. But maybe you do high damage to one enemy. And we'll keep that MP cost high as well. And we'll make this 20. We'll get rid of decay. And we'll use Pierce. Pierce effect. Yeah, Pierce effect I think will look cool. And yeah. That's that. Right, that's all we wanted to do. So yeah, so we can do an attack that does a fair bit of damage and can poison you. Or it does a really high damage move. Is that high damage enough? Maybe I should bump it up to 25? No, we'll keep it at 20 for now. See, and we're making all of this, and we don't even know how balanced this is going to be until we actually start playtesting it, right? So we've got our Earth Rogue. Oh yeah, this is what, Coco, this is what Pickle Pierre looks like now. The state of decay. Yeah. This is Pickle Pierre. He's a leafy waifu now. Anyway, Earth Rogue. We want to add Earth Rogue attack 1. Earth Rogue attack 2. And there's that rating and then charge. Okay. Let's keep powering on. Keep powering on. We got about an hour left before I wrap up the stream. So I want to get all these skills out and then we can play. We can test. Okay, so who's next? Mage? Earth Mage? So, the Earth Mage uses their they'll be good at attacking everyone, right? Attacks the whole party. And it'll be based off of their magic attack. So, sorry, I should probably be going over these formulas again. So with these formulas, these damage formulas, A is the caster, B is the target. And so you do A dot and then whatever stat that you want to use. So you don't have to use the attack stat. Maybe this attack scales off of luck, you know, or it scales off of agility. Can you make it scale off of multiple? Well, yeah, you could. You could do A mat plus A defense, right? So their magic attack and their defense stat both are used to calculate the damage. And then yeah, your damage formulas, these can get super complicated. Again, if you go on RPGMaker forum, I'm pretty sure there's like a really good spreadsheet out there that has like a bunch of different damage formulas that you can use. So yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. But yeah, so what I'm doing at the moment is so that your attacks never deal 0, I'm dividing by the other stat. So okay, so MDF, I think it's MDF for magic defense. Yeah, MDF for magic defense. It is going to be the earth element. So if you do have armor that negates or reduces damage from the earth element, then it will be good. So we want this to be a magical attack as well. So this will take magical evasion stat into consideration. I can't remember. Did I give the mage a magical evasion stat? No. Let's do that. So magical evasion. Different from magical. There's magical evasion, magic evasion, and then there's magic reflection. Reflection is a chance to send the spell back to the attacker. So if you want to make like equipment that has, you know, an increased percent chance of increases the percent chance of that happening, that'd be cool. You know, you could have a mirror shield as a piece of equipment, and it ups your magic reflection. Could be 100%. It could reflect back all magic. You can do whatever you want, and that's the same with the counter attack, except that only works for physical attacks. Is reflection already a default state? How does the parameter work? So it would be a percent chance of it working. So right now it would be, there's a 5% chance that whenever I'm hit with a spell, it would reflect it back to, so yeah. So if you wanted it to always reflect magic, then you would set it to 100%. But we're doing magic evasion. I'm going to make it higher for the mage. They have a higher chance of avoiding magic spells. And the rogue will also have a reasonably high magic evasion, 5%. Better than nothing. Knight doesn't have it, and cleric doesn't have it. They just tank hits, right? You're literally showing it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, you're literally. I'm outside on my phone. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I look at when I look at my stream summaries and I see the number of people that are viewing on their phones, I'm like, well, I mean, I understand Trailer, he's usually at work, but like, this is not easy. This is not good to see on a phone. This is not phone friendly content. So I really appreciate those that are viewing on their phone. That, yeah, you're obviously watching it for reasons other than uh, seeing what's actually happening on the screen. So I appreciate that. Okay, so what was I just doing? Oh, I was okay. I was adding a magical evasion stat to some of the classes. Okay, so yeah, attacks the whole party. So we're gonna do Earth all. Which one? Let's just set it to 1 for now. It attacks all enemies. So the MP cost. So the mage has 20 MP. So they're actually going to be able to spam their moves. So if I set this MP cost to 5, they can only cast it 4 times before they have to recharge their mana. So let's do that. Let's give it a high MP cost. And we're going to change this to casts. Okay. Oh, and then we got to get rid of that decay stat there. Yeah, so it's going to attack the whole party. And the second attack is going to do this as well. How do we make this more interesting? Or does it, or is it 4 random enemies? 4 times at random. And this will also be so this is more interesting because it could attack the whole party, but it also could attack 2 party members twice. We'll reduce the damage of this one. Still, maybe a slightly lower MP cost. And it's still Earth element. And so the problem with this, right? So if you use one of these all ones, what it does is the all ones always cover the screen. So even if it's targeting one enemy, it will still show this move on the whole screen. And so if it's if it's attacking 4 random enemies, it's going to do this 4 times. And it's going to fill up the whole screen every time. But maybe we want to do that. The foot stomp. That would be kind of funny, actually, having the foot stomp on 4 different enemies. And these are level 1 through 3 enemies, by the way. Whatever, let's do it. We can change. We're going to change it in the future, right? I have no idea what's on the screen when I'm at work. Seriously, I appreciate your support, guys. I really do. Yes, okay, so 4 people are going to get stomped on. Okay, so that's fun. But for much less damage and at a lower MP cost. So that's our mage skills. Right? There's nothing else I need to change, is there? No. So that's Pickle Pierre. This is Pickle Pierre's moveset. Now I'm wondering if I should make it, because I'm going to copy all of these two more times and then boost their stats so that they're level 2 and level 3. But do I make it that, so I should actually do this for now. Oops. Again, this is placeholder, but I'm wondering, should I allow you to name, like, is this going to be Pickle Pierre levels 1 through 3, or is it this particular level 1 character is Pickle Pierre, and the level 2 version could have a different name, depending on who redeems it? I think I should significantly, I don't know if you realize, Coco, but I have cut in half the channel point prices of everything. I'm wondering if I should half it again to just make it more accessible and so we can get more stuff named. Because again, I love my viewership. Thank you everyone that watches the stream. But I'm not getting like hundreds of people watching, so yeah. Super Pickle Pierre. Yeah. All right, Pickle Pierre. Magic attack 2. I think it's good you discounted them. Yeah. Monsters level up. How does that work? No, so they're not gonna. I mean, I could create. It's possible within your troops, right, to create events. So I could do a thing where, if the battle goes on long enough, the enemy levels up. But what I'm actually doing is, I want. So there's going to be these 4 enemies, but they're going to range from level 1 to level 2 to level 3, and you will encounter a mix and match of these different levels. And in the base MV engine, you can't actually make your enemies scale. You can't, create one enemy type and then use it throughout the whole game and have its stats change, you know, dynamically with like the way you have to do it is to manually create you know, a level 2 version, a level 3 version, a level 4 version, level 5 version of that enemy, and then place them throughout your game accordingly. So yeah, that's what I have to do here. So yeah, so they're not leveling up, but they will range in levels. That seems silly. It is. It is. But that's only if you want to do what I'm doing, which is have the same enemy but different levels. Whereas, you know, I guess like what other, like Final Fantasy, you just face different enemies throughout the game, and they're a set level, and as you encounter them throughout the game, or different ones throughout the game, they're different levels with different stats. It just depends on how you want to approach your enemy design. Um, yeah, because with my way doing this, I'm only having to realistically create you know, 16 enemy types, right? Whereas something like Final Fantasy, there's probably like 100 enemy types, right? And they're all different unique enemies, whereas I'm only creating a few enemy types and just making them scale with you throughout your journey as a way to reduce work for me. Yeah, if that makes sense. I mean, I say it reduces work for me, but it may be creating more work. All right, now, so really these enemies, right, with these attacks, fighting them on their own, they're not that big a deal, but it's when they're going to be in particular combinations that's when things are going to get interesting. Okay, so now we're doing cleric. Cleric attack 1. What did I say? Yeah, no, I have to create a whole new set of skills every time. Oh my god. It's gonna take forever. Okay. Oops, keep doing that. Okay, so Earth Cleric attack 1, it's not gonna be an attack. Heals. Is it gonna heal the whole party? I think so. Or will it just heals one ally? Still enemy skills. So one ally. So it could target itself. It could heal itself. If you're only fighting one of them, it will heal itself. But one ally means it could also heal one of the other enemies that are there. So what's the cleric's MP? 15. So healers are annoying, right? So if I keep the MP cost high, it can heal 5 times. See, and should I bother with stats, or should I make it heal a percentage? You know, it heals a quarter of of an ally's health. That's pretty considerable. But that just means I don't have to fiddle around with a formula, you know? Because I could do it that it scales with, but I could just make it heal a straight 25%. And I might just do that because that's easier. So we're just going to set that to none. It's going to recover 25% HP. it can only do it 3 times in a battle. It's a magical attack. No, it's a certain hit. Because if I set this to magical attack, I think if it casts it on itself or one of the other enemies, and that enemy happened to have a high magical evasion stat for some reason, it could dodge the heal. I'm pretty sure it, like, this doesn't have measures in place to be like to differentiate between, you know, if it's a friendly attack skill or not. So yeah, okay, so 5 MP, so it can only heal 3 times in a battle at level 1. How much MP does it have by level 3? 45. So it could heal 9 times in a battle, and it's healing for a quarter of its health every time. Balance. We might have to nerf things. That's all right. Heals 1 ally. Oh, I need to change this to say mage. Mage. Cleric. And I'm keeping this here because this is eventually going to change, right? And so we're not going to have that information there telling us what's going on. So we need a spell. We need a heal spell. Heal 1. Why not? The heal 1 skill. Cool. And then we're going to make it that its other one is heal all allies. So the cleric's annoying, right? That's the point. It's going to be annoying. So all allies, but the MP cost is going to be much higher. We're going to make it 8. So we can only do it once. Cat, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Yeah, so we're gonna make it 8. So we can only do this once, and then we'd have to recharge in order to do it again. Or maybe do 7, and it can do it twice. But again, it will mix and match between, because it might do this move, and then it won't ever have enough MP to do this more than once. So, and again, we'll fiddle with this. And we'll do heal all 1, why not, for now. And that's fine. So the success of all these has been 100%, right? But I don't see any reason at the moment for this to potentially miss. And, you know, there's already being taken into account, you know, for these magical attacks, you know, they've got magical evasion, that kind of thing. So there's other things affecting whether it will hit or not. Cool. That's it. We have all our skills. Cleric 1. Cleric 2. Beauteous. Yeah. Okay. And let's so I think the way I'm going to do it to make it easier for me to come up with these troops is ooh, because I was thinking of making the puzzle floor not have enemies, but maybe it will. Maybe the puzzle floor will still have enemies as well, but maybe it'll just have a much higher encounter chance. So I need to change this, right? Let's make it 50 steps. Um, yeah. So I'm thinking that, you know, ground floor, you'll verse only level 1 enemies. Level 2, you'll verse level 2, or the first floor, you'll verse level 2 enemies, and then the second floor, you'll verse level 3 enemies. I was thinking of like mixing and matching, but that's, you could create an infinite number of troops that way, and it would take forever coming up with different combinations to try and keep it interesting. But I think we will, you know, that could be something for the remake, you know, where we make and we use plugins to make um scaling and things much more dynamic. So let's do some region painting, right? So, and we're gonna make some more troops. So this is outside the Earth Temple, right? So now we want Earth Temple ground floor. Earth Temple ground floor. So so we can make it have a cleric, a knight, and a rogue. So you got two pretty high damaging enemies, and they're getting healed. So you've obviously got to focus your attention on getting rid of. Well, it's up to you, right? You might go, oh, do I want to get rid of the cleric first so that they can't keep healing? Or do I want to get rid of the rogue because he could poison us or could take out one of my party members? My healing's limited. Um, you know, or do I take out the knight? See a beefy boy. All of these things to consider. Or you could just spam attack and just not give any thought whatsoever for any kind of strategy. You play however you want, but you know, for this, I'm trying to create combat design. So we could have one type of encounter that is a full, where you fight all 4 at once, but they're all level 1. But still, this would be a tough encounter. Yeah, but you know, there's endless combinations that you could do, right? Like I could, um, you know, I could do 2 healers and a rogue, right? So the rogue is weak, but they're doing heaps of damage and they're getting healed endlessly. So you're not able to take him out. Bunch of things I could come up with, but also the enemy AI is very rudimentary, right? It's, you know, it's basically what you tell it, and it's chance based. Like it's not, you can't. Well, can you give it? You can give it some interesting instructions, but yeah, nothing crazy. What are some other fun combos we could do? What about 3 rogues, man? 3 rogues, brutal. Could do, man, there's an endless number of combinations that I could do here, right? Do 2 knights. You're not spending millions of dollars to implement state-of-the-art AI for the enemies? Well, I mean, with Mune's subscription, I might be able to just reinvest that. So, um, yeah. What else? What else could we do? Mate, 2 mages? Oof. Oof. This is such a big enemy sprite. Maybe I'll edit it to take out some of the leaves so that it's not as ridiculous. Oh yeah, I don't know if I finished that sentence before, but I was gonna say, yeah, I could reinvest the money into this game, which was kind of what I was thinking about doing. Like, if this stream somehow took off and became more popular, particularly when I get to like the remake stage, if people are, you know, supporting the channel, um, supporting the stream, uh, you know, at a considerable rate, then I would like to take the money that I'm getting from that and reinvest it into like assets, or, you know, paying people to make songs for the game, that kind of thing. 2 mages. Look, we can, yeah, I could do this all day. I could just keep coming up with different combinations. By the way, you can have up to 8. You can have up to 8 enemies at once in a battle, which, you know, for turn economy and like sitting through all 8 enemies attacking, I don't recommend it. Yeah, I don't recommend it. You've got to, yeah, again, you've got to keep your players in mind when you're designing these encounters. Anyway, that's good for now. Who have I not used very often? They've all featured a bit, right? Yeah. Oh look, let's do no, copy this one. Let's just remove that and just have those two boys there. Cool. So now in the Earth Temple, we will have all these troops. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. So you have this weight system, right? To determine, you know, which troop is going to be used. But you can also use multiple copies of the same troop to increase the odds of that troop being encountered, if that makes sense. The maximum number I have is 5 enemies in a troop. Beyond that, it can get pretty unfair. Yeah. Yeah. Like well, it was just reminding me. Let me have a look. Let me show you. Because one thing that I did with Cow Knight, right, is I planned out all the different enemy types. Oh, I haven't made them all yet. Or have I? Yeah, I have all these different enemy types. They've all got different stats. Yeah, and one enemy type that I have is called Unity. Where is he? And I have it set up so that if you kill the right blob, they all die. Oh, where'd my sound go? Yeah, where's my sound? Oh, oh, there's just no music. Oy. This is messy. So I'm pretty sure if you attack this one. Oh, why is he so healthy? Why is he so healthy? Yeah, see how bad it is waiting for like 8 turns to go past? It's really bad. I think that one has the most health because if you kill it, you kill the whole thing. But anyway. Oh, he's level 25. Oh, is it all scaling with me? It must be scale because I have a plugin that scales the enemy. Anyway. That's that. All right. So we're putting in our troops. 2. And they're all going to be weighted the same. I could make it that the more difficult combinations are less likely to happen. Oh my. I did it again. That's diabolical, man. Like, why would you not have the apply thing here as well? I almost did it again. Oh my gosh. That's a cool idea for a boss, but yeah, about the long waiting time. Yeah, I would definitely need to make it that none of the other ones move, that only the main one attacks or something. But yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's test it. Let's see how balanced our combat is. Oh yeah, let's do a battle out here. Ooh, we got a cleric. Oh, evaded. Okay. Wait, where's the... Oh, it's the cleric. They have high defense. See, and it just healed itself. But it's got limited Oh, what happened to my MP? Because oh, it healed twice. I'm pretty sure it keeps track of their MP, right? Properly. So now that it's done that move twice, it should, well, it'll either attack. It can't do anything else because it doesn't have MP. So it'll either attack or it will charge and recharge its mana. this will kill it, right? No. It says high. It's good though, because it's the healer. It's got such high defense. Wait, how did Twin Fireball not kill it? Oh, and I can't charge it either. Hang on. Luckily it doesn't do a lot of damage. Oh, so there you go. Recovered its MP. Hey, we killed it. Okay, let's go to the Earth Temple. Go home. Hi, home. I'm Dad. Alright then. Okay. Oh, we got a full party. Yeah, see, these sprites don't gel well together. So one thing I was thinking, and a way to make it a little bit more personalized while still staying within, you know, RTP assets. I noticed with the fish sprites that I made, like the original fish art was a lot smaller, and then when I blew it up, it you know, it has the look that it has, right? This grainy sort of look, and it kind of reminds me of Golden Sun, the Golden Sun games, and you know, the kind of cool pseudo 3D sprites that it had. And so I'm wondering if I do that, where I shrink down these enemy sprites and then blow them back up, they'll look a lot more pixelated while still hopefully looking like something, and maybe it will give it a more unique look. I don't know. Oh, he got you good. They're good for now. In the remaster, you'll pay me $1,000 to make your custom enemies anyway. True. True. $1 per enemy. There will be 1,000 enemies that you'll have to design. Oh, we got surprised? Oh my god! No! Guys! The mage! Oh my god! Is my party gonna die? Oh my gosh! They killed the mage! They killed the mage! Bro, the rogue is OP! Sheesh. This game is too hard. Ugh. No one else is too hard. Man, who do I focus on? Wait, so Big Slash hits everyone. We gotta, okay, I gotta kill the rogue, man. The rogue's gonna kill the party. $69 damage, nice. Bro, stop healing everyone. Yes, okay, we killed the rogue. Okay, we're good. Ooh. Ooh, rogue is taking hits. Okay, so I need to take out. Okay, finally the cleric is going to be useful. I'll get him to heal the rogue. And I gotta take out, I reckon I gotta take out the mage next. Oh man, oh man. This is... Who do I heal? I gotta heal the rogue. It's poison. Okay, good. Alright. Alright. More big slash. I've run out of MP. Bro, I don't even have revive items in the game. See, I want to keep using the sick blade because it also does high damage as well as poison. Get rid of the cleric? Or get rid of the knight? Let's get rid of the cleric. Okay, okay. Just keep doing the big slash. See, what I need to know is when these guys go up to level 2, because of how I have the stats laid out, because my stats jump up like quite a lot. You know, normally in RPG games, you know, it's like 1 or 2, maybe even 3 points, and that might not even be evenly distributed across all your stats, right? Like maybe only some stats go up or some don't even move at all, right? But I've made it every level, all your stats go up, and they go up by a considerable, pretty considerable amount. So I want to see balance wise how when we're level 2 and we're fighting level 1 enemies, you know, is it just going to be boring because of like their attacks are going to do nothing to me? Yeah, anyway, we'll see. Why would you miss? Why would you miss? What's the evasion rate on the cleric? I have not buffed them. And did they just heal? Did they just heal themselves? Did they just do that? Yeah, I need to heal the rogue. See, this is this too long? Is this too long for a battle? Like, why am I missing? I don't understand what's going on. Getting his butt kicked by his own game, right? So having MP damaging abilities with the way that I currently have the enemies built, because they have MP, an MP damaging skill would actually be quite powerful. And I might give it to, maybe I'll give it to the knight, because the knight doesn't have, like, because the knight's an all-rounder, right? But if they have the MP damaging skill, that could be quite powerful strategically. I could give it to the rogue as well, because the rogue does like status type. Bro, how long did that? And we only got 12 XP for that whole thing. That was, and the mage is dead. The mage didn't even get the XP. Wait, let me save. Hopefully we can make it out. Okay. Do we even have enough money? We don't even have enough money to go to the inn. I'm pretty sure it's 50 gold to sleep. Oh, I heard that book is saucy. Oh, sorry. Welcome to my inn. It's 50 gold to stay. Yes, I'm loaded. If you're broke, just say so. How embarrassing. Ah, we can't. Okay, so here's a little hack. You know, so if there's ever speedrunners of the game, if we do the fishing minigame, I think it's because of the default 5% evasion rate on enemies plus 95% hit rate on actors. One way would be to set 100% hit rate on all actors, and then you can adjust the evasion rates accordingly. Yeah, right. True. So yeah, so TJ trailer again because he's has subscribed. His subquest is tied to the fishing minigame. So here's a little trick, right? For you guys. If you can't afford to go to the inn, start the fishing minigame, buy some bait, which is 10 gold, and whenever you do the fishing minigame, everyone's healed. Everyone's stats is brought back to... Oh, it's taking ages. Oh, geez. That one took ages. And if you catch an earth fish, you get... Technically, it only costs 5 gold because you get 5... These guys are worth 5 gold. So it only costs 5 gold to heal yourself completely. So there's a little secret for you guys, a little cheat code. Wait, why? Oh, because we don't have the... I don't have the fishing gear equipped. No! We don't do any damage. That's fine, we just wanted to heal anyway, so that's fine. We'll just escape. You let the fish go. You're out of bait. And look at this. We're healed. We're fully healed. So there's a little hack for you guys. So I'm stealing your idea for my own fishing minigame. Feel free, my friend. Feel free. Make it like literally identical. Use the same sprites. I'll send you all the sprite work. And you can just use it in your game. Cool. So we're fully healed. Let's save. So yeah, do we need to balance things right now? Do we need to balance things? So let's think about how those battles went. Well, that battle, right? This was the full party. They definitely... Clerics are tough. Like, they have a lot of health and they heal themselves. I don't know if players are going to find that annoying, right? They definitely need some kind of weakness. I don't know. I can't use MV assets. I don't own it. Well, I guess too bad then. No, you can still have the fish. The fish aren't MV. But yeah, you couldn't have my little fisher dude. Plus, bro, with your friggin' animating skills and drawing skills, you could make a way better looking fishing minigame anyway. What are you talking about? Wow, it's almost 10 o'clock already. Are we stopping there? I think we're kind of stopping there. So I feel like I definitely want to increase the XP. What if we double it? What if we double the XP? So that's 15. That's 15 battles. Thank you, trailer. That's another thing you can do with your channel points. You can remind me to save my game and also to back up my game. Don't end. Well, what time I gotta get up tomorrow? I got an 8 o'clock start at work. So I could do a little bit longer. A little bit longer. So I definitely want to increase the XP. I don't. If I wanted to artificially increase the length of my game, I would reduce the XP that you earn. Because then you'd have to grind for longer, because we haven't even fought against level 2 enemies yet, right? And level 2 enemies already have twice as much health, and all their stats are boosted by like 5, 10, whatever. So I don't even know how imbalanced that's going to be when there's just a 1 level difference, right? So so this is the thing, right? While the battles are going to be, multiple things, right? This battle took quite some time, and we're only level 1. This battle took a while. The only thing that was scary was the rogue enemy happened to attack the mage, who has really weak defense, with one of their attacks, and they do a high amount of damage. So maybe I need to reduce those skills a little bit as well, actually. So these rogue ones, so the 15, yeah, so oh no, I did keep it at 20. I don't know. Anyway, what were we? I'm doing 100 things at once here. Hit rate. So we want to make that 100 you were saying, and then give them evasion. Do my enemies have evasion? They do. They have an evasion rate, and their hit rate. That can stay. Okay. Okay, so how am I nerfing? How am I nerfing here? How am I nerfing the rogue? I mean, was it a critical hit? What am I saying anyway? Oh, wait, and these are all the skills done. This is it. I don't have to do any more skills for levels 1 through 3. Yeah, because these gaps here, that's the original plan. That was the original plan for the skills. But I reduced it by a lot. Oh, actually, no. This is wrong. No. Oh, wait. No. I'm right. Because, yeah, this will be... No, this will have to change. Because this... Maybe if I move this here. Because, yeah, there's going to be... How many skills? 12? 12 skills for levels 4 through 6? Yeah. Anyway. But that's all I have to do for the enemy skills. The cleric. The cleric. What was I saying before? The length of the battle, right? Is the length of the battle okay? But if you spend that long fighting that battle, should you get a much better experience and gold reward? You know, because what is the player going to think? You know, if they go, wow, I spent 10 minutes in this battle and I'm only level 1. Is it just because I'm weak, or is there going to be a good reward for persevering through this battle? Now, if I was, because I'm not trying to make like a Dark Souls type of game, right? Like this is like this is meant to be a relatively normal RPG. So progression wise, and again, it's simple. It's meant to be a much shorter game than you would normally play. So really, I should be thinking about, uh, yeah, allowing the player to level up quicker. It's a long battle for not very much. Yeah, right. We just went through all that. We literally had a party member die, and we have no money to buy healing or to, you know, and we just got into the temple as well, and we're already having to leave to go and heal. Like that's not like, you know, maybe that can be your experience later on in the game, but at the start that's a bit much. It's a bit much. So yeah, so we'll definitely look, let's boost the XP to 10. Okay? So you have to fight 9 enemies in order to get to level 2. 9 enemies, which is, you know, if you're fighting the maximum number of enemies in an encounter, which is 4, you have to do 3 battles. 3 battles with 4 enemies, and you'll level up to level 2. And each of those battles takes around 5 to 10 minutes. That's half an hour that you've spent grinding. From my view, if you want people to replay the game a couple times, game should be quicker or at least have a new game plus mode. Right. Yeah. Yes, that's true. I have to think of, yeah, is it easy to access the story? Is that what's more important here? Being able to access the story. Let's do some more grinding, huh? Oh, I also forgot that I have potions. I have items. I need to let me make let's make a little chest. Let's make a little chest. Treasure. Item. Actually, no, let's not do that because we need to simulate what's happening. I mean, I could make it. The player could start. Can you make the player start with items? No, you can't. So we don't even have a revive item. Do we? Stimulant? Ah, right, stimulant. Let's change the name of that. Revive. Turns 1 ally to a conscious conscience? That's conscience. Conscious state. Is that? I don't think that's right. How do you spell conscious? Conscious. There is an S in there. I knew it. I knew it. I'm good at spelling. When in doubt, Google it out. Oh my god. Okay. Returns one ally to a conscious state. 300 gold. So we're earning 10 gold per downed enemy. I mean, you don't want these to be super accessible, but if you have to kill 10 enemies to get one of these. That seems reasonable. You can add an order or an event that erases itself in the first match to give something. Yeah, I could do that too. I definitely could do that. Trailer, is the idle game you're playing right now good? Coco, you addict. You and your idle games, man. Maybe I should pivot. I should turn this into an idle game. So Coco will play it. No, it's not. I've been playing Riftbreaker this entire time. It's not good? Or it's not an idle game? Um... And potions being 50 gold? You have to fight five level 1 enemies to buy a potion. 25? That's half that. Recover HP. We'll just make it do... Oh. What's our health right now? 100. So we make it... So, okay. So something to consider. You can make a healing item heal a percentage, right? If you do that, this is always valuable. This potion is always going to be valuable because at 25 gold, you can heal 25% of your HP. Which means that carries with you throughout your leveling up, right? Whether you've got 100 health or 1,000 health, when you use this potion, it's going to heal 25% and you only have to spend 25 gold. And by the end of the game, you're killing enemies worth hundreds of gold, right? So you're just getting these 25% health potions ad nauseum. Whereas if you set it to a fixed amount, like we're going to do, which we're going to make it heal 50, right? Because the amount of health that you have at level 1 up to level 3, 50, will heal some hits. Maybe 50, maybe 75. But 75 would fully heal a level 1 rogue. So, yeah, okay, we'll keep it at 50, right? And then at 25, so eventually you're going to want to buy a better potion, right? So, yeah, so keep that in mind. So I could have another type of potion that does heal 25% HP, but it's always at a much higher price, which you'll eventually come to meet as you get later on, and then, its value is justified. But, in the early game, you'd be like, oh, why would I spend, 300 gold on, on a potion that heals 50% of my health? Idle game is crap, but it's taken up so much of my life. Yes. You are what you play. And idle hands are the devil's plaything. Okay, so we did that. We have the revive. Do I even have it in the shop? Is it in the shop? Where's the shop? Item shop. Yes, you can buy a revive. Okay. Actually, let's look at those other items. Magic water. MP recovery. 10? So that's full MP recovered when you're level 1. But 30? So it's going to cost a bit more than... Or do I want you to be able to constantly recover your MP? Do I make it cheap? Maybe I make it cheap? 15? I want you to use them sort of willy-nilly, but also your you have the charge ability, which takes up a turn but recovers half of your MP. So, yeah. So this is cheap. This is cheap. Magic water. That's stupid. That's like naming something a water fish. Juice. Guys, name the item. Use your channel points. Name an item. Name the magic item. Let's just do mana vial for now. And that'll be health potion. Mana vial and health potion. And mana vial will give it this guy. Revive. Like a perfume bottle, because it's like smelling salts. And a dispel herb. How is this not a herb? Dispel herb. Shopkeeper looks like a villain. I love it. He's secretly plotting something. Who knows? Yeah. His well, he at the moment he doesn't have any dialogue. He just ellipses. And the background of his shop is the same as the Crystal Realm. Name and armor, big juice. Wait, is that actually an armor? Also, wait, state of decay. I need to credit you. Named by Coco Dio Music. There is no name and item? I thought I did. Wow. Wow. Terrible. So what, we're calling the mana vial big juice? And it goes, so juicy. I can't believe you wanted that to be the item description, Coco. So juicy. Some may say he's a villain with these prices. Why did he moan like that? You asked me to do this. You said, name a big juice, and this is the item description. Oh wait, is it un? It's un. It's an un, isn't it? So juicy. He's slashing those prices in half. Put that moan on a soundboard. Cool. So, wait, did I? Oh yeah. Named by Coco Dio Music. At least put in parenthesis replenishes MP. Recovers 10 MP. And will covers 50 HP. Moves all status ailments. 30. Turns one ally to a contra state. Wait. Oh, and it recovers health. Recovers half of your maximum health. So remember that when you're making your revive item, if you just do remove state knockout, it's literally going to bring them back with 1 HP. But if you want it so that they actually have some health, you know, you could make it all their health. But yeah. Okay. Cool. So that's more reasonable. Let's... Did we even change anything? Oh, I changed how much XP you get. Because I want to see We have 14 gold. Right, let's do some easy grinding. Oh no, not the Earth Rogue. Fireball. Oh god, 39 damage. Okay. I have no way of getting... Wait. Oh. I'm gonna die. I can walk off the... Oh, no longer poison. Okay. And then we'll just use... Did I really make you can only heal twice with the cleric? At level 1? That's crazy. You'd definitely be able to heal more times, but I guess I didn't want to make it... Because I'm pretty sure it's a percentage-based heal. Anyway, let's save. Okay, we're gonna get to... Wait, how much? 56. Okay, so we gotta fight 6 more enemies. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Okay, we're definitely gonna take out the rogue. Oh! Killed the mage. Don't heal. Okay, good. He's killed himself. Jeez. So he has such a low target rate, and yet he just got targeted twice. Let's do the big slash. Let's use a health potion. We don't even have level 2 abilities yet either. Also, I haven't even given... Yeah, these guys don't even have their proper move set yet. Imagine an entire enemy group of clerics. We don't need to imagine, trailer. We don't need to imagine. We can make that a reality. 8 clerics. 8 clerics. Stop healing. Wow, 6 damage for a critical hit. That's crazy. I think, yeah, their skills need to be way more damaging as well. So I gotta look at what's the what's my formula for attack? Okay, attack divided by defense times 5. So maybe I need to beef that up. Maybe make that 10. Attack times 10. Yay. Alright, we did it. 30 XP. Okay, just one more battle like that, and we'll get to level 2. Wait. Let's exit the game. Wait, F5. That'll have our new attack stat. Oh, again? This. Cool. Smash again. Yeah. Bye-bye. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll down Z to speed up. Okay, we just doubled the amount of damage that we do, which still isn't very much. Okay. Ugh. Yeah, battles are taking way too long. Also, you're going to be on a... The map is going to be considerably bigger than what it obviously is now. There's going to be winding paths and like treasure chests and... We did it, guys. We got to level 2, except for wait, did Mage level up too? No, Mage didn't level up. Okay. How much gold do we have? 84. Now I could go to the inn, or we could go fishing. Look, I don't even have to catch the fish. I'll just let the fish go. No, just kidding. What kind of fish is it going to be? I don't have my fishing gear equipped. No fishing. Who cares? Grind is real. So this is the thing, right? Do I want my players to want to engage in the combat? Or do I want them to only have to do a handful of battles and then they can keep progressing through the story? So, right, we got guys, so we have, ooh, 3 rogues. Oh gosh, this is going to be bad. But we're going to see how, like, look at how much the stats have jumped up for everyone. And they're just level 2 now. So, I mean, if they attack the mage is going to die. Oh, see, look at that. 1 hit kills him. Well, the mage has no health because the mage didn't level up to level 2. So the mage should have the same health as the rogue, which should go up to 150. Also, I didn't see how much damage the big slash did. Let's heal. Yeah, way more powerful. Mage is level 2, yay! Yeah, so as soon as you level up, level 1 encounters no longer pose a challenge. Oh my gosh, they're both poisoned. But then how long until 150? So 5 more level 1 encounters with at least 3 enemies will get me to level 3. And then once I'm level 3, so it would actually be very easy to grind to the higher levels, and then once you're higher level, like once you reach level 3 stats, a level 1 encounter is going to be nothing. But you're still getting a decent amount of XP from it. Because to get from level 2 to level, yeah, it's $134 gold. Let's spend 50 gold. No longer poisoned. Let's go to the inn. Okay, we're back. Going to be overpowered until you start losing teammates. Yeah, true, actually. That will bring some more balance again. But also, as the encounters are going to get smaller as well, though. Because, like, it would suck if when you're the knight by yourself, or there's only 2 of you, and you've got to verse 4 enemies. And you've got to sit through all their turns, and you don't have healing, or you don't have 4 turns worth of actions. You've only got two turns, and so one of them would be used up healing everyone. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting balance-wise. Trying to get that right. Oh, I really should go to bed soon. Oh, wait. Staying on this level. Why do we keep getting this combination? They're all weighted evenly. This just shows how much I know about probability. Stop poisoning us. I mean, that's kind of the point, right? I should definitely make the cleric's level 2 ability a heal status ailment ability. I definitely need to buff some abilities, but again, these aren't their proper abilities. I need to sort that out properly. So what? How many battles do I have to do? Oh, finally. Different enemy combination. Would be cool if there was a way to implement XP restrictions like Petra if you're level 5 enemies lowered by 1 level or more would give 0 XP, but the players could grind into it and stuff like that. Again, I'm sure there are plugins that can do that for you as well, like scaling XP. It's definitely how a lot of yeah, there's lots of games that use that and do that. Well, I think in the RPG, the project that I was showing you before with that blob enemy, I was making it that when you're a certain number of levels above the enemy, because instead of doing a random encounter system, there's an actual physical enemy, like a little blob that walks around and can chase you. But if you interact with one of them and you're above a level threshold, you won't even engage in battle. They'll run away and you'll get like a very minimal amount of XP and gold for having interacted with them. And so that was going to be my way to encourage the player to not grind and to keep moving through the story. So I could do something similar here, but I think, I don't know, I'm like, I don't know how most people play, because I know for me, I'm the kind of person that sits around and grinds and then tries to steamroll through, which isn't always the best way to play. You get what you mean, I'm a grinder too. Yeah. Yep. Which I kind of like, you know, there's nothing wrong with playing that way, but I think it takes away from the intended experience. And so my experiences with JRPGs and combat has always just been, you just get yourself a high enough level and you can just spam attack. You don't actually have to strategize. You don't have to think about what skills you're using. you just, I mean, you can still just, you know, you just use whatever your strongest skill is and you kill the enemy very quickly. Whereas hopefully if I set this up right, it yeah, it forces the player to engage with the abilities. Same here, this is why I never finish FF8. I just level up with you. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions, the story missions would not scale with you, but random encounters would. And so you'd get to a very high level, but you would not have high level gear because you hadn't unlocked enough of the story to access that gear. So you could paint yourself into a corner by fighting really high level enemies, but not have access to the appropriate gear. But then all you'd have to do is play through the story and you could steamroll through it because none of it scales with you. None of the story missions do. Gotta do all those side quests first. Yeah, right? $72. Alright, this is... Okay, so I'm just grinding to get to level 3. Just to see what... just to see what that... how that affects the balance. But when 10 is the max level, right? Moone, if you particularly don't know this, I'm only making the maximum level you can reach 10 to again reduce the scope, reduce the amount of work that I have to do, because now I only have to balance for 10 levels worth of content, right? Also, how are we feeling about the battle music? I think I had other options lined up. Also, I haven't listened to any of the MZ music. You like it? Good. But I also have... What other tracks did I have? Yes! Level 3, baby. Okay. Okay, so we should be like one-shotting now, right? 150... I mean, that was a critical hit. 28 damage for a basic attack. I'm curious, do they learn skills at every level up to 10? Yeah, so I have it mapped out. So I have it mapped out that... so max level 10, each level a new skill unlocks, except for the mage. And the mage will have 3 spells at every 1st, 3rd, 6th, and 10th level. So they'll actually have 12 skills, the mage. But they only unlock them every 3 levels. But yeah, there'll be one skill every level. And so one thing that's, and again with the sacrificing of your party members, whichever party member you can't give up the knight, okay? Like the knight, you're the main character. The knight is the main character. So you can't sacrifice the knight. And so what happens is when you give up the knight, not give up the knight, but when you give up one of your party members, they will teach you one of their level 3. They'll teach you one of their skills before they go. And so that way, the knight can still sort of play the role of whichever party member you gave up. And that way as well, by the end, when you've lost all 3, the knight by themselves will have the skill set. I should change that in the document. Each level, a new skill unlocks. Except knight, who doesn't unlock skills at level 3, 6, 9. They will receive a skill from their lost party member. Yeah. Oh, geez, the mage is going to die. Like, we can't have the mage die because they need to level up. Use an item. I'd probably give up the cleric and turn the mage into a red mage. Still very interesting to see how it plays out. Oh, well, the skill won't go to the other party members. It will only go to the knight. So the knight will be the only one. Mage is level 3, yay! So it's not. Also, how much money have we got? 250 gold. I think I need to I need to reduce the cost of the inn. But the cost of the inn must increase as you defeat each temple. So I think I'll make the inn cost like 25 gold at the start. And then... yeah, look at that. Look at those stats. Level 3, baby. Then how long did that take? How long have we been doing this for? So it only took... like, this could be a very short game. Because really, you should be leveling up as you go through the temple. And reaching level 3 as you reach the end. And fighting the boss with level 3 stats. And like right now... so this wasn't a fair representation either because they don't have the right skills. These are just placeholder skills that I made like very early on. And yeah. Yeah, this isn't... I mean, so this wasn't terrible. Right? Once you level 3... like, enemies can still... I mean, they don't pose much of a threat. good if my attacks actually hit. Why do I have the urge to make animated transitions for your game? I'm begging you to let me into the team, brother man. I mean, I never said I was solo dev, did I? Like, when you say animated transitions, you mean like a battle entry screen? Because that would be cool. Like, you know, the screen shattering or something cool like that. I think I'd allow it. Maybe. Or you just save it for the remake. When you enter the Earth Temple, it will show Earth Temple in the face bay. Oh, yes. Yeah, fancy names would be cool. Even if it was just like, you know, Legend of Zelda Earth Temple, kinda. Yeah, something nice. Trailer. You got the shack? What about Poker? Are you gonna give it to Poker? You can't have the shack anyway. You're at the front of the. You're at the front of the bar. Great. Now I gotta make another shack. There's gonna be 2 shacks. See what he's willing to do for me. See, so I've been watching the counter for the last hour. Stop missing. Oh my god. Yeah, brother. Alright. I think that that about sums that up. So the next thing we got to do, well, no. So yeah. Finish the sentence, Phil. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to rework the skills, and we're going to get our skills up to level 3. Then we're going to go back and make these guys up to level 3 as well. And then we're going to create troops, and then we're going to, for each floor, and then we're going to map them out on the floor, and then we're going to try to play through. We'll start again. We'll start the game again and play through to get to the end of the Earth Temple and see how long it takes us to get to level 3. Also, how difficult it is to fight enemies that are a level above us. Because if it's too hard, I mean, maybe that's fine. Particularly because to get back on an even playing field, you've just got to level up once, right? And yeah, you've just got to level up once, which means you've got to grind. But as we saw, and with the XP that it is at the moment, you've got to do like 3 battles. You got to win 3 battles, and then you'll be the next level, strong enough to move on to the next stage of the temple. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I think that was pretty solid work today. A lot of playtesting. Which, if you want your game to be good, you need to do that. This wasn't even that thorough, right? And like this wasn't even with everything in place, and there was already, you know, little changes and tweaks that I need to make. So keep that in mind. This is probably one of the hardest things about making your RPG is the balancing of your combat and your enemies and your skills and your experience, and getting that to feel good, and be in the right spot. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming. Big shout outs to my chatters today. Mune, again, thank you so much for the 6-month sub. That's insane. That's crazy talk. So I really appreciate that. Coco, trailer, and thank you as well to my lurkers. Appreciate your presence as well. Ah, Natacat. Yes, of course. Thank you. Thank you, Natacat. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, if you liked what I'm doing here, please like the video. Leave a comment on ideas that you might have about making an RPG. What do you think? What to you is a good balanced system or a good combat system? What JRPGs have you played that have stood out to you? What else? Subscribe, please. Your support to help the channel grow. It will help me to reach more people. So greatly appreciate that. And also you'll receive notifications about all my future videos and VODs. Guys, great stream. Yeah. Have a good night. Have a great week. And we will see you in the next one. Bye bye.